Hello everyone, this is Crystal, starting the Antioch Chronicles, Episode 1, Psionic Storm. This is actually one of the very old campaigns. It's been made in 1998.
Enzaro Adun, Executor. I am Judicator Turmalis. I have been sent to inform you of the recent loss of contact with the province of Antioch, the once home of prayer to Phoenix. Scouts inform us that a psionic dead zone has been blocking all communication into or out of the province. This field appears to have no ill effect on our troops. However, without adequate communication, it is impossible to determine the status of our forces inside the province itself. Observer patrols report sporadic Zeus sightings in the outlying areas. Your first task will be to reconnoiter the Antioch outlands and subsequently establish a working outpost in the area. If there are indeed Zerg nearby, we must know as soon as possible. We await your report.
Right, so story-wise, this is set about in episode 3, around mission 2 or 3, around the death of Phoenix if you played the original Starcraft campaign. If not, well, you've just been spoiled.
Awaiting instructions. I am naked.
So now we're out here in a bunch of ruins, trying to find a good place to establish our base.
Awaiting instructions. Commencing.
But yeah, as I was saying, the Antioch Chronicles are a really old custom campaign, like 1998. You could say that this is pretty much the first quality campaign any Starcraft fan has ever made. Like, I mean, this quality. There's no doubt plenty of other quality campaigns that have been available around this year. I'm not that much of an expert in that field, but there are plenty of good custom campaigns out there. But yeah, anyway, the reason I like this campaign is because it tries to literally teeter itself into the original storyline, and that way keeping itself, well, relevant, you could say, while actually not really being canon.
For vengeance. Commencing. Initiated.
Now, some of you may have seen that there are Antioch Chronicles for StarCraft 2 as well, and those are basically a remastered version of this here. So if you happen to not have Starcraft Brood War but happen to have Starcraft 2, you could play the remastered version of this campaign, of which I'll be providing a link in the description below. Or, I don't know, you can simply enjoy watching this or not.
Initiated. Commencing. Confirmed.
That said, although the first mission doesn't give you the impression just yet, there's been a lot of thought and heart put into this campaign. As you can see, based on story scripts, comics, whatnot. Things I'll be linking in the description below as well. Of course, this isn't the first casting campaign where script, art, and whatnot happens. Cause as it happens, the original Starcraft community happened to exist around a generation where people were really creative and passionate around it. And there's even more so than on Starcraft 2. So thanks to these people we can even enjoy this scale of creative custom campaigns, or a single one at all. Now, some of you who watched previously may have noticed that I've already played this mission, but yeah, I'm replaying it because I used to record this rather recklessly with some settings that were basically doing nothing to help the quality of this game, and the text and the units, everything was far more blurred than right now. And I figured that since now I found a solution to, so to say, unblur the entire text, or the entire game, if you will, at best re-record it. Like, you can see the kills text below here. It used to be barely readable on my last recording.
Make use of me for vengeance.
But yes, I've been rambling. And
Confirmed. Engage the enemy. Receiving.
I've suddenly decided to stop rambling.
For vengeance. Commencing.
Right, so as you can see, I'm not the best of multitaskers, so there can be moments where I just stop talking because I need to process something else, like my brain needs to partition more concentration to the game or something. Well, it's actually more that I haven't been doing these recordings often, so I'm not used to talking into a recording device while playing a game. Like, I'm less stuttery when actually in a multiplayer game with other people.
Confirmed for vengeance. Initiated. House. Galactus. Initiated. Commencing.
Anyhow.
Confirmed.
Seem to have lost a few units already. See, this is what I'm talking about. I haven't even noticed that I lost 2 zealots between the building of a nexus and now, which is in part to blame on my lack of micro, but at least I have dragoons. So that's what's important, having dragoons.
Commencing for vengeance.
So, one of the people I showed my first recording to asked me why I decided to, talk instead of just quietly play along. Thing is, I figured this is an RTS game, so I may get a variation of audiences on this, and well, some of them will no doubt focus on strategies applied, or strategies applied in my case, and whatnot. Others will be more interested in maybe story, background, which I will be able to provide by talking. If that's a thing you would prefer, you know. I personally think it isn't bad because of context. A lot of context can get lost in a campaign, especially when some information is left out, or if you're playing for the first time, I reckon. I don't know, it's like reading a book. Some information is just there, and some other information is subtle. If you get my meaning, maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. Point is, I thought it might help with context. And speaking of context, well, that's not really fitting the truth. Yes, speaking of context, what I'm doing right now is Zerg hunting while building a base, so I can be sure that no surprises bump into me. Now, normally I should be guarding the base. As you can tell, I've played this before, so it's a bit unfair that I know how the triggers are working. On this particular map, the trigger is not that new Zerg spawn, but that the already existing Zerg kind of unburrow and start attacking at some point. Which can only really be softened up by Zerg hunting. You know, personally, I think that's both great and interesting choice on the map design. Do I need a simulator? I actually do. Therefore. Now, as for pace, I can tell you that this is probably one of the most boring and slow maps to open a campaign with. But you'll find out that later maps are much more redeeming in sense of pace and storytelling. Like, they've got a lot of content put into them. This one's just more of a call it mock tutorial if you like. So you'll not be seeing a lot. Really. Right. Let us build a gateway.
Make use of me. Commencing.
guess I'll be speeding up the game a little because I don't know, A, it's normal to play on really fast game speed. And I'm only really playing normal because of the multitasking argument I named earlier. Because I won't be able to both talk and react quickly. Especially as a player who doesn't really how do I put it? Bring more than 10 APM au natural, if you will. That's okay. I hope. I mean, you're the judge of that, but personally I find more enjoyable if I don't have to reload games and re-record them all over and over and over again. Cause I only have so much time on my hands these days. Right, let's see. Should be done once this warps in. Zerk? No, all Zerk dead. This is Crystalero, and I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I wish you a good day.